Top 20 champions for the brand new dungeon coming in Raid Shadow Legends very soon. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here with an amazing video for you today. Top 20 champions for the brand new Sand Devils Necropolis. I don't know why everyone's having such a hard time, but that will be over here past these two dungeons. We are going to get two new spots here, Sand Devils Necropolis, and then something obviously for the artifacts is Sand Devil, and then we don't know what that tree is, but I'm excited about that. So I'm going to talk more about that and how that impacts the game another day. Today, I'm just going to focus on what are the best champions for this new dungeon. 20 champions. I think that you're really going to love this, so let's jump right in. The first champion on the list, in no particular order, is Green Warden Ruark of the new Sylvan Watchers faction. Now, I'm blessed enough to have this guy on my account, so he stuck out to me right away as a champion that would be great for this dungeon, okay? He has an A1 that's going to transfer all debuffs back to the target. He has an A2 decrease attack, which is going to be great for surviving in this dungeon. And then he has this taunt, increased defense, strengthen, which I think is going to be great there. But if not, then his passive is going to be really, really good, okay? This Sand Devil is going to ignore shields, block damage, unkillable, and maybe your defense also. It's going to just destroy you. So this ability here should probably prevent you from dying. Whenever you lose 10% or more of your max HP, then you get a shield. This is not going to protect him. So, I mean, whenever an ally, I don't think this protects him. So you might need a reviver in this team as well. But he does have a defense in all battles aura as well. So that is also going to help your team. Next up is the new powerhouse in the game, Acrisia. She has an enemy max HP hit on every ability. This is going to help you grind through this boss quickly, okay? This is, I think, my #1 most wanted champion on in the game right now. So I'm, really trying to get her. I tried to pull for her in the last 10x, but if you have her, she's going to be really amazing there. Other enemy max HP champions I think will be good as well, but just not Coldheart. So Septimus could be good here, but not Armiger either. Husk could be good. I think he's the right affinity for stage 25, but Acrisia is going to be the best. Next up is Mother Sybil, and I think that one of the most important mechanics in the game for this content is going to be Revive on Death. If this boss really does hit as hard as they say, then this Revive on Death mechanic is going to be great. She also has a decreased speed, which I'm not sure you can put decreased speed on this boss, but the turn meter boost is going to help you cycle back around to the Revive on Death. And then she has all of this, healing nonsense ability. But here, whenever she's revived, she heals all allies by 20% of their max HP and fills their turn meters. That's a good combination with this Revive on Death if you expect your champions to die. Make sure as well you let me know which champions you agree or disagree, and who did I miss, who did I snub in this video. Make sure you let me know in the comments below, and we'll hop on to champion number 4. Number 4 is going to be Jamarsa, aka DJ, and I think she's going to be great because she has an A1 sleep that has a high percentage chance to land. And then she will place the decreased speed if it doesn't land, and that debuff can't be blocked. So if the boss can't take decreased speed. He definitely will take it from her. And then this heal is very good because we need to restore our lost max HP. And then we have a revive as well. Plus we have our active skills. You know, we have the built-in gear set here for her passive. And then I guess I'm slipping in a 21th champion here with her partner in crime, and that would be Chronom. Because if you're playing Jamarsa, you probably should think about playing Chronom. And I think that his activation of HP burns could help you get through that boss very quickly. So I want to try out this combination on the boss. Number 5 is going to be Cardial. Cardial is one of the champions I want the most on my account. I love the way that he looks. He reminds me of a Silverhawk from the 80s TV show. You guys might see me wear that t-shirt sometimes. But his kit is very well suited for this boss, okay? He has the revive on death as well, okay? He also has the block debuffs to go with that. Then he's got the ally attack so you can get more damage in there. And then I'm very interested to test CCO with him. I don't have those two champions, but I do have Cecia. So Cecia, her primary purpose is Spider, but I'm just wondering how much damage that would do on this new boss, okay? And if you have both of them, I think that they would make a great combo on the boss together, and we of course have the speed in all battles aura. Number 6 is going to be a very free-to-play friendly option in Tyrell. This is actually one of my favorite skins in the game. I know that it's like maybe kind of basic in comparison to some of the other ones, but I just have always loved Tyrell. I love his kit. I love his skin. I just love this champion. He's really, really amazing, okay? And his kit is so good for this boss. We want to put decreased attack on here. We have AoE decreased defense. And if they're under decreased attack, guess what? He places that sleep, okay? And then also, he does have this ability that does good damage, but I think that we would just want to skip this and flip back and forth between his A1 and A2. You could even put him in reflex gear to get this more often, if needed, because it is on a 4-turn cooldown. He also has a defense aura. I think an HP aura is going to be the best bet for this dungeon, or a speed aura. Those would be the two at the top of my list of auras for this dungeon. I also want to mention Thanasil because I don't think he's good enough. He has the A1 sleep with a reasonably high chance, but I don't think you want to chance it. That's what I'm saying. You want it to land 100% of the time. But he does have this, healing type of a kit with the sleep and whatnot. And he does have a resist in dungeons aura, which is really good. So he is an option. I just don't think he's the best option. But it would definitely give us a use for him. Well, he's just like barely even holding on to this staff over here. But yeah, so Thanasil kind of has a new purpose in the game. He never really had one before. But I guess he's an honorable mention on my list. Number 7, I think we're on, would be Skytouch Shaman. This chilly little girl is a really amazing champion. A lot of people already have her built on their account because she removes all debuffs from all allies, places a block debuffs and a revive on death on them. And then she has this heal on her A1 as well, okay? She also has, what is this? Yeah, she has a heal on her passive also, and then she has the HP aura to go with her kit. And I think that this champion is going to be great for this content. My only question is, on her passive, she gets this fear on herself, so you might want to tune it so that you have somebody with block debuffs, and then also pair with her to go after the block debuffs go on so that she can place this. without skipping her turn. So I'm not sure how consistent she will be, but her kit is very well suited for this content. You can also put her in immunity gear. That way she does not get the fear, but that immunity is only temporary, of course, but it would be an option. Number 8 is going to be Euros. We do want to poison and HP burn this Sand Devil, and Euros brings that on his passive. The rest of his kit does seem well suited to this as well, because his base HP is very high. You can really build that up quite easily. He has the Strengthen, Ally, Protect, and I think that this is going to be one of the best abilities for the Sand Devil, where you protect your team and then revive the protector if needed. He also has this chance, I don't know if this is going to matter here, but on his A1, he's going to place the shield on himself. So his kit is well suited. We do want a lot of debuffs on this boss, and we get them off of his passive. So I think that he's going to be a really great option for those of you who have him. And of course, he's an amazing looking champion as well. Piggybacking right off that is going to be Uragrim. Uragrim's kit is perfect for this dungeon. Yes, was he nerfed? Yes. Is he still good? Yes. So he has the A1, chance of place poisons. He has this full cleanse and heal on a single target ally, which is good. And then he has the poisons and continuous heals. So when you take damage from the boss, then you will heal right back up after that. And he has a speed in all battles aura of 20% for some reason. Why he gets a better aura than these other legendaries, I don't know. But I think his kit is really free-to-play friendly. A lot of people have this champion and already built, so he would be a really good option for you for this dungeon. I am so excited for this next champion, Theodore. I think he will just wreck this boss, and I'm very excited to see him in action. I want to say the boss has an ability that lowers the amount of poison damage, though, so we do need to test that, but I still think poison's going to be good. He has the A1 decrease speed. He has the poison sensitivity, poisons, increased speed ability, and then he has the increased duration poison explosion type of thing. And then like his passive could be good here as well. We also have an accuracy in all battles aura, which might be needed depending on the level of accuracy needed for this dungeon. I'm hoping it's the same as the other dungeons, and we just are using the interesting abilities to make this challenging, but we do not know for sure. But either way, I think Theodore is going to be good, and if you have him, you should definitely try him out. Alright, now we're getting into some heavy hitters here. Kaimar's up next, and I never thought that I would be saying Kaimar is going to use his sleep against a boss. Never thought that that was going to happen. His speed aura is only arena battle, so that's not going to help. But of course, he has the full reset the cooldowns of all of those abilities. And then also, if you put crit rate on him, he can have that poison on his A1. So actually, his kit is pretty crazy for this dungeon. I mean, admittedly, not everyone has him, but those of you who do, he's going to be ridiculously good here. The next champion is also a doozy, and that's going to be Sifi the Lost Bride. She has this A1 sleep with the highest percent chance on the A1. It also can't be resisted, but here's the thing. There are qualifiers on this, okay? But her kit is so ridiculous. I'm not sure you would want to I don't know. Maybe it's fine. You can rely on it. It is 100%. But we have to take the turn meter into consideration. I think she would be ridiculously good here. It would take some effort to make it work. But, like, obviously, like, this ability is super good. This ability is super good. This ability is super good. You could probably put her and Rhodos in the team if you have them both, and Rhodos will just chunk the boss. if you put him in like Savage. So I think that she's going to be amazing. Obviously, I would love to have her on my account. I do not have her yet either. But some of you do have her, and you should use her. Next up is our friendly neighborhood sword through the chest chick with the hidden arms in the back. But Wither, I think, is going to be great. I believe she is the best healer, like the best dedicated healer in the game. She has the A1 Leech continuous heal, which is very beneficial to heal back up. She has the increased defense continuous heal, activate continuous heal. And if you're placing continuous heals with somebody else, this ability is even more potent. And then she has the cleanse and really big heal also. And then she has the passive to place continuous heals. Also, she's crazy tanky. Depending on the accuracy requirements, you could build her with accuracy and resistance. She's very easy to keep alive and a great champion. I know she was a guaranteed a while back, so a lot of people do have her, and if so, she's great. If we're going for resistance here, her aura is great as well. Okay, don't hate me for this one, but Duchess is going to be amazing. Like, I have to mention her, right? Like, Duchess is Duchess. You can put her in any team, but I think she's going to be particularly good for this content, which we'll get back to in a minute with my number 2 or 3 champion. But she's going to decrease the damage taken from all allies from AoE attacks by 25%, or 15% on this boss. And I think all of his attacks are AoE. So we're going to get a 15% damage reduction, which is going to help us stay alive. Plus, you build her tanky with resistance because she doesn't need accuracy. I mean, what is there not to use Duchess on, right? You could just use your arena build Duchess in Hydra and this dungeon and any dungeon that you're struggling with. She's just crazy. Okay, so that would be a first go-to would be Duchess if you have her. But obviously she's not needed, but she's going to be very good here. At number 15 or so, we have the much-loved Geomancer. And this champion is just so good in every area of the game. The only place you basically don't use him is, like, Arena. Everywhere else, he's an all-star stud. Can we please get a skin for Geomancer? I just never really cared for his skin. He's so angry. He's so Anyway, we have his HP burn weaken, and then the passive that is going to deflect. So, just like the Head of Wrath in Hydra, when you place this on this boss, it's going to reflect back that damage. It's going to do a lot of damage quickly. And also, it's going to prevent you from dying. So, Geo probably going to be in all of our teams again because he's just that good. Can we get this type of an ability on some other champion? Like, maybe another version of it so that we have more than one option instead of just Geo? But man, Geo, super good. Oh man, I'm excited about this one here. This is a very free-to-play friendly champion and one that people love to build and then they don't know what to do with him. So he does have this A1 decrease the turn meter, but I don't think we're putting accuracy on him unless we do really want to land the decrease attack. I don't know. I think the turn meter thing could be a detriment, but we have the decrease attack and the decrease speed. And then we have the increased defense and revive on death. So I think he's going to be a really good option, but we do have to like double check to make sure that his A1 doesn't screw us over here. And then the next champion on the list is also very free to play friendly, and that is going to be none other than YST's favorite champion, Cornelia. My dude YST has done like 1,000 videos on this champion, and he has conquered some crazy content with her. Personally, I just don't like to look at her. She's creeping me out, but she's an amazing champion for this content, and I guess we would just have to look at her cool headdress. So I'm going to just turn her around so she's not looking at me. But she has A1 that is unimportant. She has A2, 100% sleep. And then Whenever an enemy loses a sleep debuff, placed by this skill, has a 50% chance of replacing with a fear. So I don't think we can place fear on this boss, so that's not going to work. But the sleep is what's important. And then she has this sleeping heal stuff for your own team as well. Plus the speed in all battles aura. So I think a lot of players are going to rely on Cornelia. This is on a 3-turn cooldown with the sleep ability. And then she has the healing built in. So I think she's one of the best options for the sleep mechanic. Now we're into the top 3, guys. Gaius is going to be number 3 for me. I think that he is going to be insane for this boss. We need to double check and see how much damage bombs are going to do on this boss, because he's a high defense boss, which means the bombs ignore the defense. So bombs could just pop him, and he also has the sleep in his kit. It's 100%. Tons of people have this champion built. The A1 is a good ability as well. And then he can place the bombs on it when he's attacked. I think you would definitely want a reviver in the team if you're going to use him. So if you have like a team with him for Bommel as an example, that team might also be good against this boss. But I'm excited to test him against this boss because the Sand Devil might just explode to the bombs. At number 2, we have one of the best champions in the game, and that is going to be Seer. Now, Seer is obviously a ridiculous champion, but who knew that her Karma Burn sleep ability would ever affect a boss? Who knew? Nobody, okay? She also has the weaken that she can place without an attack, so you don't get a turn ticking down on the boss's passive. And then obviously the extra turns and the resist aura. She is a ridiculous champion, and she's going to pair well with all of these champions that we're putting buffs on ourselves. Duchess, Lightsworn, any of these champions that are putting these buffs up, we can rip them off, put them to sleep, and then we can reapply those buffs later on so that we don't die. I think Seer's going to be just OP against this boss. We can go Seer, Kymar. I mean, I think this is going to be hopefully fun and interesting to make teams for, but I think that we're going to use a lot of these same champions that we use in other areas of the game, but that's fine. There are some cool ones like Cornelia and Lightsworn that we don't really use in other areas of the game, and they're going to be good here as well. And the last champion on the list, number 1, is a big shout out to my dude Titus, who I believe it was him who brought it to my attention first. Our latest, well, not our latest, one of our recent fusions, and that is going to be an amazing champion for this dungeon. So at number 1, we have Morrigan, and Morrigan's passive is going to destroy this boss, guys. At the start of each turn, she places an unresistible, unremovable heal reduction, and making me very happy that I went for this fusion. I'm pretty sure this was the crazy hard one, right? That everybody hated and skipped. I was fortunate enough to be able to get her, and I think she's going to be stupid good against this boss. Not only does she have decreased speed, she also has this turn meter boost, increased speed for yourself, and then also the unresistible heal reduction so that the boss is not gaining health back. I think she's going to be the key to the speed teams that are going to exist for this boss. And then, of course, you can use her speed aura as well. What do you think? If you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. Let me know what you think of each of these champions on the list. Do you think I'm wrong? Did I miss people? Who else is going to be good in this dungeon? And, of course, let me know your opinions and thoughts on the dungeon in general. I know the community is kind of split on this. Some people are excited. Some people are super ticked off. Some people are talking about quitting over this. All of that is left to be seen, But what I know is that these champions are going to be fun and interesting to use on the dungeon boss. It will be cool to make teams for this boss. Whether the impact is negative or not, I don't know, but making teams for a new dungeon is super fun, and that part I am very excited about. If you are new to the channel, subscribe for more great content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.